Hello, let's do a bunch of daily word games, and today's bonus game is the weekly Squardle. So we're going to do cross, because it's kind of like a crossword puzzle without crossword clues. Wordle clues instead. All right, so there's an O in the middle of the left word, and there's a C in the right word, which I'm not sure which one. I think maybe I want to try to place the C rather than repeating the O and not getting information about that. So let's focus on the right word for at least this next guess. How about teach? I think it's a bunch of good letters. All right, there's a C and an H, but they are not at the end of the word. And they're not at the start of the word. Well, if they're together, they're not at the start of the word. So what would that be then? Maybe they are split up. I was thinking like H and then CKY, but actually we can't do hacky, and that's the only word I can think of that would do that. How about the left word? We have a T and an A now. Maybe it can't be ST, so I'm thinking T doesn't go second. I'm thinking, I don't know, like A something OT, or maybe like something something OTA. Iota, but a 5-letter word. Quota. Quota is fun and not correct at all. Darn. I got a U on the right word though, so let's look at that. Ooh, could it be like hunch? No, it can't end in CH. HUCK? No. Let's think for a second. Ooh, it's Dutchy. It doesn't have to be, but Dutchy is looking good. I was thinking about where the CH could go. Then I saw UCH and I realized Dutchy does that. So let's try it. Nice, it is Dutchy. Okay. I suppose this could just be OAT, which I didn't really think about, but like float, for example. It's not. Okay. So the A and the T both do not go after the O in either spot. So we have to put the A and the T over here. ATO. Oh, it's just atoll? Okay. Nice. Atoll and Dutchy. Atoll? Atoll? I'm not sure. All right, let's do the Quordle. We'll start with atoll and Dutchy. I feel like I solved that one well. Let's try champ for the bottom right. I'm thinking if there's, I think chair is better. Still get uses the CHA, and INR is much better. Okay. Well, it wasn't either, but we got the R, so that was a good choice. Okay, this bottom right word, we have 4 of the 5 letters. And it feels like it's got to be something RACH, but I don't know what that would be. So obviously there's a different choice. Let's look at a different word. We haven't tested the E, but we've tested all the other vowels. None of these words have I or O or Y in them, interestingly. We got a lot of U's, E's, and A's. I'm assuming there's E's. Could this be a QU word? It would have to be like Quera. I don't see it. I want to do rural on the bottom left, but there's no L. All right, let's look at a something LU word for the top left. Surely we can do something. How about flunk? Oh, wow, that actually helped the right word more than the left word. Interesting. So FLU, and then there's a T. So just flute. There we go. We got the E. All right, so one other word has E in it. I'm surprised. This could be slump on the top left. Okay, E is the additional letter on the bottom right. So we have all our letters. We should be able to figure this out. Yeah, it's just reach. Okay. And then still could be slump. I'm not seeing what else it would be. So let's just give that a try. Nice, it is slump. Oh, and that got us the M on the bottom left. Room, what? Rue something, what? Well, this can't be A. So the A goes later. Oh, rumba. Rumba's always tough because it's not an English word. It's a borrow word. I should say it's an English word that was directly borrowed from another language, which a lot of English words are, but rumba does not have standard spelling. Or I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It comes more directly from Spanish. There we go. Let's do connections. All right, let's do connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. Rat and mouse and hamster. I think grouse maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe vole. Oh, gerbil. These are like small rodents, but I'm not convinced that those are the only small rodents on the grid, so we'll hold off on that for a second. Organ and keyboard. But we also have keyboard and monitor. And speaker, parts, peripherals for computers. I don't know what else would be. Clearly a harp. Everyone's got a horn on their computer, right? No, I don't see it. So maybe those are not supposed to go together. I don't remember what grouse means, which is going to be a problem. Pretty sure vole is a kind of small rodent, but I don't actually remember that either. Okay, triangle and horn sound like parts of a band. And harp, maybe? And organ? That feels like instruments that you might find in a band. Well, given I don't have anything better, I mean, keyboard could certainly go with that. We do have keyboard and mouse. Keyboard, mouse, monitor, and speaker probably go together as well. Okay, musical instruments, that's really all they did is musical instruments. So keyboard, mouse, monitor, and speaker are peripherals for a computer. Computer equipment, sure. Okay. So we still have rat, hamster, gerbil, but mouse is gone. Mouse was part of the computer equipment, so I think I'm going to put vole with that. Rodents, there we go. And carp, moan, grouse, and gripe. These are all just words for complaining. There we go. Cool. Well, I got the blue one first, so there's that. Yeah, not too bad today. I think they wanted you to put mouse in with rodents, and I think that if you did and you don't know what a vole is, I think you would have had a bad time. But if you figure out the computer equipment first, then the rodents come out, and the musical instruments aren't that hard, and I think we're good from there. So how'd you do today? All right, let's do the weekly Squardle here. Let's start with mouse, because we had, that is one of the words in connections. All right. The US in place is more than we could probably ask for. I want to try an N here, because, you know, UN is a pretty common intro to words. Otherwise, I'm not too picky. Maybe end in E just to test this E here. We could start with M if possible, but we don't have to. How about just mince then? I could see that. I mean, I don't think it's the answer, but I could see it helping. Oh my gosh, of all of the letters to be correct, the C would not have been my my prediction. If you had told me that one of these letters would be in place in mince, I would have said the N or maybe the E. Definitely not the C, but there we go. It's SC. I mean, SC is not that uncommon, but still, like, I guess it could be like scare. Scare actually works pretty well. So let's put that in for a little bit and see if we can confirm or deny. It would mean that we don't want to end in E here, because I don't think AE is a good ending. We could start with M again. We'll find the M eventually, but we don't have to. Okay, there's an N in the puzzle, but it's not here or here or here. So it's not in these two guesses, and it's not in these two guesses. So that narrows it down quite a bit. It's also not going to be here. So we don't want to guess an N yet, but let's keep that in mind. I'm gonna guess trial just to test that A and get some good letters. But also we know there's gonna be an I somewhere, and that's a decent place for it. Okay, again, the I was right, but not the A. Okay, so it's not scare. There is an R in this word, so I'm thinking SCR now. Like scrap. There's no A here though. There's no A in the word. Scrum? I don't know. Is that a word? Might be. There's an E in this word, which is interesting. And an E in this word. So I'm thinking maybe there's an E here. Because I don't think we're doing UEI. So this is the next most likely place given the crossing. Oh, actually, it's the only place for it. Okay, I think I can be confident about this E. Because this word needs an E. It's not here. And it's not here because of this E down here. And we're not doing UEI. I refuse to believe it's UEI. So I think maybe this L, I mean, this L is here or here. So we could test that, but we could also think about whether L goes here. ULI. Or ELC. I don't really like it, so we're going to postulate the L's here. Okay, SCR what? Script, maybe? I think script is a word for like, is script like company cash? Like that they give to employees? I don't remember. There's a T in this word. Tulip? I'm just looking if we've tested U here before. I think tulip is a good guess because it also will test script. Let's give that a try. Okay. It tested script and it is not. We got the L though. So I was right about that. This R could still be correct. We're down to 4 guesses. It's okay. What is this word? I think this word is udel. I think it has to be. We had udel not too long ago in something. There is a P in this word, which is interesting. We still haven't found the T in this word. What would go ETC? Like fetch? We could guess this word if we want to. US what? Maybe Y? I don't know. No, what would go before an H? S? Another S? And then, so we could guess an SH. Do we like E here? Or A maybe? And an E at the end. Not shape. We could guess shake or something. Let's give that a try. Darn, I was really hoping to get it right. Okay, so this has got to be the E then, right? It could be double E actually. It can't be sheep though. Or chic. Chic is SHEIK though. That would never be that. All right, what are we doing here? It is double S. So there's an M in this word and a T. That seems hard with the F. I'm really worried that I don't have these words right, but let's see, what can we do here? What ends in USS? Trust does. So this is, I don't think this is fetch. But if this is truss, we should guess TR, we should guess a TR word, but we should try to find the M. So maybe like tramp, because we know there's an A in this word, and there's a P in this word. So let's do tramp. Nice, that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. So we finished trust and tramp. And this is wretch. Okay, and what's this word? Well, this M and L has a vowel in between. It's not an I, U. Could it be an A? It could be an A. It could be another E. In fact, it could be melee. How do we feel about melee? I like that a lot, actually. But what's SCRE? I suppose this could still be the R. But then this would have to be an R. No, never mind. I don't like that. Okay, well, let's not worry about this word. These other ones look okay. I don't know what SHEE, what would we end with not sheep? Okay, if this was EE, what is it? Refed, I don't know. What? Oh, this is a tire. I don't know if I like melee anymore. Because I think this is RET for attire. It could be a fire. Do we know there's an F somewhere? I don't think we've tried F. No, it's not on the keyboard anywhere. I mean, the keyboard's still purple, I should say. So we could do a fire, but and refer? Oh, because there's an R. Oh, we already know there's an R. We found the R, but I like refer. So refer. I'm going to guess refer. Yes. Okay. So now I need a word that puts a T here and ends in RE, like stare. And stare will finish both, I hope. It did. Good. Ooh, it finished 3 of them by accident. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is melee. What would this be? This is a problem. Is scree a word? And preen? Sheen? Yeah, sheen is a word. Okay, so we have melee, which finishes both of these words. And then we have preen. Nice. Another 6. 6 is good for me. All right. That's a really interesting weekly with all the E's. Look at these E's. We had melee, we had scree, we had preen, we had sheen, and then we had another E over here, wretch. We had a double R word here. We had a double S word here. Wow. This puzzle did not use very many of the letters. Cool. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do the polygonal. Now I check to see if it captured correctly. I think it did. Let's turn Hexpert on. Starting out with the same letter makes me think it's an S, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, this is a 6-letter word. How about sinus? So wait, why did I think sinus would work? It would be sinans. What if we just do an E here? Serves. No, that's not where it repeats. This is harder. Okay, I don't like that. I'd still kind of like the E here. Let's look at R. Actually, let's look at D, because we can do like DR. No. Or can we do like SH? ST, SH, SP. I mean, really, it doesn't matter what goes there. What matters is what goes here. But okay, we need a different thing. How about ING? Does this work? Gunning? No, it's going to be a double N, whatever we do. So I don't like ING. What if we just end in like RE instead? Then we have to start with E. That's kind of the issue. Not that words can't start with E, but I don't like trying that first. I'm trying to think what to put here. Let's go with S again. The problem is this letter. It's so close to itself. I don't think Smiley's is, we need an E there. Yeah, oh, why am I having so much trouble? Something like Shiley's? No. What can I do here? What can I do here? Just breaks down. Can we do something like STS here? Maybe ending in Y or E or something? Paste C's. No. Past C. I like S here. Like we could do ST. I don't like that. E. The problem is repeating this letter. I think I'm going to have to do a filler. It's really unfortunate because I feel like this is something I could get in one if I spent more time on it, but I'm making no progress. What do we want to try here? Cruise isn't terrible. Let's give that a try. Okay, so this is an E. Okay, so I should have explored this a bit more. I did look at it a little bit, but clearly not enough. So there's no S, there's no R. So what is this letter? Like, I keep thinking of things like M pipe. Like, how do we, wait, what vowel goes here? Probably an A, or probably the A. And then we have enlail and mpape. No, I don't want to turn on filter keys. Engage. I was just watching Star Trek 2. Not Star Trek 2. I was just watching Star Trek also. TNG. Oh, that's a shame. Engage. That's a fun one too. Okay, 11 ordinary words. Aurora, clinic, critic, engage, estate, neocon. Roemer? I don't know what that word means. What does that mean? Alternate form of rummer? Yeah, I don't know if that's common. Scenes, sieges, Swedes, and tenant. Okay. Pretty sure the definition of engage is what Patrick Stewart says in Star Trek Next Generation. All right. Let's see. I've been watching through all of the Next Generation with my wife, a couple episodes a day. It's been fun. We're in season 5 now. We just watched episode 2 with Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. That's a favorite of mine. That's a good one. How about something like, oh yeah, sever would work fine. Nothing. Let's see. Honor? No. There's no R. Color? No. Again, I keep wanting to use R. Let's look at OO here. Let's put that in. How else can we end OO though? A W maybe? Struggling today, huh? How about AA? Ooh, II actually. I know we can't do civic, but without the V in the middle? Without the V in the middle, it's harder, I think. We could do mimic, but we can't repeat the M. Can't do minim. Oh, I'm sure there's something, but I can't think of it. All right, let's look at U. U seems tough. Actually, let's look at A some more. Banal. Hey, that's what it was. Nice. Okay. 155 words, but after sever, how many were there? I don't know. It doesn't really filter that way. Interesting. Codon, colon, color. Well, not color, but wow, what's crori? Let's look at the definition of that one. Crori? 10 million. Often used with units of money. Interesting. I guess it's an Indian word. Okay. Symbol, let's start with blaze. The A and the Z hit the green, so we should assume the A and the Z are yellows. Though it would be fun if it was BLE. But okay, so it's probably like, I don't know, EL or LE. What would we do there? Maybe LER? So like, surely there's an OE, surely there's an ER word. Power, no, there's needed to use the L. Tyler? Probably not the answer, but it'll test things. Okay, so we did include the two letters, so it's EL, and then the last letter is probably a T. So that's just spelt. All right, I was right about the ELT. That was pretty much forced. Could have been ELI, I suppose. So it can't be smelt. What else is there? End with ELT. We can't use another E, because if there was another E earlier, this E would have pointed at it. We can't use another L or R for the same reason, because of the yellows. So it's two new letters before ELT. Quelt, is that a word? I don't think so. Dwelt? Past tense of dwell? Nope. Let's look at quelt. I don't think quelt is a word, though. It's not. All right. Didn't think so. I just don't know what goes before this E. Do we not have another vowel? It's not spelt. Knelt. There we go. Oh, that's a tough word. That's a fun wordle word. Knelt. Wow. Yeah, hard to think of. Certainly not something you just pop out with. Cool. That's a fun one. I enjoyed that symbol. We had some interesting symbol stuff going on early, and then we had an interesting word as the answer. What else can you ask for? Okay, let's do Fusele, and we'll start with Knelt. All right, so this is symbol-like clues. So these blues mean that there's a different letter from the word in those slots. So we could do like an EL, we could do like an NE. Let's look at NE. We have to repeat a letter. I don't really want to repeat the N or the E. Because we know there are no repeated letters in Knelt, just because they both ended up at the end in blue. So the only thing I can think of is like either doing like A here or I here, or doing like a double O here. Boon? No, unfortunately not. Let's see if any of these are words. Loon. Yeah, I don't think anything's an N and E. Oh, apparently noon is a word, but I don't want to repeat the N. Maybe there's something else I can do instead of the NE. We could do like an EL ending or something. Does that help repeating a letter? We could even end in like NK or TE. TE is not terrible. But again, how do we... I might have to just do something like elite. And what elite will tell me is, I mean, this E is wasted, but we have to repeat something. The L might be yellow, and if it is, that means the L is part of the N group. So that's not a terrible guess. Okay, so we know there's an E, and it's not at the end, so that has to be an E. There is an E. It's in one of these two blues, but it's not in this one, because that would be green. So... And then the last letter is something in Nelt that we didn't try in elite. So it's not the E, it's not the L or the T. We already found the E. So it's an N or a K. So I'm thinking it ends in EN. And we could do something like Vixen, but there's no I. So we need to come up with something else. Raven, I suppose, works. All right, so I'm right about EN. But unfortunately, in this guess, we have to put vowels in these two spots, in these two spots. So we need a good filler. I think I'm going to have the most flexibility trying to do an OE here, and then just three new consonants. So like, I could just do show. No, I don't want to do shown, but I could do... What could I do? Smoke. Smoke's not bad. Oh, we know there's no K. Sorry. Looking at the keyboard, but we know there's no K from Nelt. Thought I had something. Shove. No, we know there's... Oh, we don't know there's no V. So that's actually good. Okay, there's an O. That's good to know. So it ends in EN, and then there's an O probably here. So we're an OEN word. We know there's no V. That's good to know. There's no K. What could this be? The O could be first, but... E and N can't repeat because of the blue clues. And because we tried double E when we knew that couldn't. I'm not sure what else to say. Dozen? Wow, dozen. That's fun. Okay. Should have started with blaze in this one. That would have been fun because we'd had a blue middle and I would not have assumed it was the Z. Cool, dozen. That's a fun word. And I think getting dozen in 5 and Fusel's not bad, especially considering we couldn't get it here. I'm not sure we would have. I really don't think we would have gotten it here regardless, but I think elite worked out. Elite really narrowed down what could go in the blue. All right, let's do the blind version. We can't guess dozen. We can't guess blaze. Oh wow, Z is excluded. Unfortunate. I wanted to use a Z in this starter word. Let's just do like spire or something. Ooh, that was lucky. I think it's got to be this. Just try drive. Okay, I'm gonna keep assuming the R's there. Grime. Okay, what are we forced to guess here? Feast or something? All right, we learned nothing. Well, we learned there's no F or S, I suppose. These we're gonna get alphabetical clues, so we might want to target like, what are the common letters that can go before R, and we should try to target a grouping of them. So BRCR is a good candidate. In fact, that might be the only candidate, to be honest. Unless we do a vowel. So let's do like CR. And then find a good word for that. Or BR would... brine actually is not bad. Def not bride. Bribe. Oh, we have to guess. Okay. Hey, there's two B's on the word. All right, bribe. Not often you get to guess B, 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 B. It was a little dangerous to do that. I probably could have looked at what other words there were, but I was pretty confident it was bribe, to the point that I was willing to lose if it wasn't. Probably not the smartest behavior, but I think it was down to just bribe. Let me know if there was something else and I got lucky. All right, well, I sort of had to have been two other things for me to have gotten lucky. But anyway, this was a fun set of games today. I enjoyed them. Hope you did too. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.